Hello and welcome. This is Michelle with PaperStampInk. Thanks for stopping in. I'm going to share with you about our July 2019 Paper Pumpkin Kit. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a box that comes in your mailbox every month. You can sign up for 1 month or you can subscribe for 3, 6, or 12 months. And the great thing about Paper Pumpkin is it's always a surprise. We never know what's going to be in there. So let's go ahead. I've already opened up the packaging to save us a little bit of time, but I'm going to share with you what's in this box, and then we're going to get together and make the samples. And I'm going to come up to you with a future video where I take the products from this kit, add a few additional supplies, and come up with alternative projects as well. So let's go ahead and open up here. And we always get some information in the kit about what it's all about. So this time we're told that we have these stamp kits that coordinate Woven Thread Suite, the Garden Lane Suite, and the Come Sail Away Suite. So I love when they do the coordination because it allows us to bring in some of our other products and know that they're going to go perfectly. So lots of variety. I love that. They always come with instructions and pictures of the items that you can make in the kit. So they always include envelopes when there's cards. Sometimes they're 3D projects. We just never know. This month they're cards, and we can make 3 of each of these designs. They give you the detailed instructions, and then on the back here it always tells us what colors coordinate with the kit. So love that. It makes it easy for us to grab things from our stash. Every kit comes with a Stampin' Spot. This time it's Pretty Peacock, so you always have that to put in your stash and keep when you're done with your kit. And they always come with a stamp set. So this is this month's stamp set. So when you buy the kit, you know you're going to be adding a stamp set that you get to keep until when you're done with the kit as well. And this one has, I love this little doily look that coordinates with the woven threads. We've got a seashell, and then there's always some sentiments. So we've got happy birthday, hello friend, you've been on my mind, and you're the best. Lots of fun. I'm going to set this stuff aside for just a moment here. Usually there's some kind of a thread or ribbon, and this time we've got this linen thread, this very fine thread. And then we've got some cut aparts, but let's go ahead and get the actual cardstock bases here. And with this, I've got 3 of each of these designs. So we've got our card bases. All we need to do is fold those over. We've got 3 with this texture. There's a lot of great texture on here. This like polka dot texture, the stripes, and then this kind of woven background on there. The envelopes are usually not just plain envelopes, but they've got beautiful decorative insides as well. So we've got 3 of each of those envelopes. Let me find their pattern. We've got the green stripe, and then we've got this pretty peacock pattern. And put this box off to the side, and let's come in and look at some of the detail pieces that are in here. So we've got these wheels, these cut aparts. They're already die cut for you. You just have to pop them out. We've got some beautiful leaf elements, some more, a different style of leaf. We've got these strips of designer series paper in different patterns. This one's actually got 3 different pieces in there. And then we've got the sailboat and the clouds, as well as the circle and rectangle embellishments. And then there's usually a strip for sentiments as well. So we have those to pop out. We've got these beautiful sequins. Sometimes there's bling. It comes with adhesive dots. And we've got dimensionals, and this time we've got these circle dimensionals. I believe these are to go behind the wheel there to pop up. So that's nice that they've given us those already cut into the circle shape instead of having to try and fit those around that wheel. So I'm going to come back and we're going to put together one of each of these items. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started assembling these cards. First, I wanted to share with you there are a few tools that I always get together with my Paper Pumpkin kit. Now, it's made that you can take that kit and go, and all you need is a pair of scissors, and a lot of times not even that. They do have the adhesive dots that come with the kit, but I prefer for ease to use my Tombow Mono Multi liquid glue. You can tell this has been through the ringer. It's getting a little dirty but on the case, but this is one that I take with me on the go. And then I also like to bring in my paper snips. I always like to have a bone folder and my take your pick tool. Those are just handy items to have. I've gone ahead and mounted my sentiments on my blocks. You do get a block with the Paper Pumpkin kit with your first one. So you can hold on to that, and you don't even need to purchase any blocks. You can throw that in every time you get a new kit. I've gone ahead and used the full-size blocks for mounting all those sentiments, so it's nice and handy to have them already. And then I bring in my full-size ink pad. It's not necessary, but I just find this easier to use, and I like to save these small pads for giveaways. So those are the few things that I gather up to have on hand whenever I'm doing my Paper Pumpkin kit. So let's go ahead and get the ink out, and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stamp all of the sentiments at once while I've got this ink open, and then we can put that away. So I've got the happy birthday for the sailboat card, and I'm going to line that up on this smaller rectangle piece and stamp that. I love the gold edging that we have there. And then for this one, I've got the "You've Been on My Mind" sentiment. I really should probably have my Stampin' Pierce mat out to get the best impression on that. I didn't grab that, so we're gonna, I think, still get some good impressions with this. And the "You're the Best." And there we go. So now I can put this away. Whew, that fell the right way, so I didn't get that on my card. Put this away so that I don't get ink on anything that I'm not supposed to. So these are so easy to assemble. I like to bring my bone folder in and just give a nice crease to that card base. You can get a lot better crease on that, I feel, with the bone folder than just with my fingers. And we're going to come and kind of lay these pieces out on the front here so I can eyeball them. I did do a little prep work in going ahead and tying my bows. I am not a great bow tire, and so you guys don't want to have to painfully watch me tying all of those bows. We're going to go ahead and adhere our cloud cut aparts down here, and we've got our circle. I don't know if you could see in the video, this does have a little bit of a stitching edge to it there. Very pretty. And we just get to layer all of our pieces on here. Very little stamping, and these come together very quickly. We've got these circular foam pieces. For the steering wheel to give us some good dimension there. Peel that off. And remember, put this on here. Now remember, these kits come with pretty much everything you need, but I do go ahead and do some additional projects with mine, and I do some alternatives. So I will have a video coming out. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that you'll get notification when that video comes out, and all my future projects as well. If you're interested in becoming a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I will provide a link down below. I love to share additional projects, alternative projects with my subscribers through PDFs that you'll get sent when the kits come out. So you get even more ideas when you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers. And for the most part, when I do my alternatives, I prefer to add very little additional product. I want you to be able to pick this kit up and use it without having to have a lot of other items in your stash. So most commonly, I'll pick a few pieces of coordinating cardstock, maybe another ink or two that coordinates, but always give you suggestions of things you can substitute as well. So I'm only putting the dimensionals on the top of this because the bottom part is going to be supported by this other sentiment strip. And I did mine kind of a little more offset than what they did on their project. And there we go. We have our first card. Let's go ahead and move on to the woven threads one. I love this woven threads designer series paper that they've mimicked in here. If you haven't got your hands on that designer series paper, it is gorgeous, and I really love it because it's got all of the new in colors included. So it's a great way to integrate the in colors and know that you're going to have everything matching. And go ahead and put this sentiment down here. You can see these come together very quickly on these projects. I've already taken and tied a bow on this paper clip, and we're going to go ahead and clip that on the top of our sentiment piece. I think that's just cute that they gave us those little tiny paper clips. They're so little. We're going to throw some dimensionals on the back of this here. Usually they give us plenty of dimensionals, so you're going to have extras left over too. And quite often there are also extra cut aparts left over. I think this one is fairly concise, so I don't know that I'm going to have a lot of leftovers, especially if I did the kit exactly as they designed. Let's see, let me prop this, my bow slid around to the back there, got stuck on my dimensional. I'm going to prop that back up, and we're going to center this on that panel, and we're going to add this little seaside spray pattern piece right on top. And there's card number 2. Let's bring in all of our pieces for card number 3, and I'm going to turn mine. It looks like they've got theirs as going up and down. I'm going to turn mine to go sideways. I guess it's really the same depending on how you place the card, but I like that look a little bit better going landscape. I'm going to still kind of put it towards one side instead of the center, following the design that they originally came up with. We're going to put this piece down in this corner, and I love these little images we have of the leaves, and I'm going to just pop some dots of glue down there and play around a little bit with how I want these coming off that panel. Sorry, I think I was getting a little quiet, talking slightly to myself. Here we go. Let's go ahead and bring this back up. I do have one more thing to add to all of these, and that is the sequins, but I'm going to do that all at the end. And so they have this wrapping it around several times and then tying a bow at the end. I always like to give myself plenty of extra. You get so much of this linen thread in here, and when you buy the spools of this and the baker's twine and the metallic thread especially, boy, you just get tons and tons of it. So be generous, make your life easier instead of trying to make a tiny little piece work. It's very economical. So, and now you'll see my challenging bow tying skills here. I think I just have clumsy fingers. I don't know. And I've tried different tips that people have, and none of them seem to work that great for me. But that's okay. If that's my biggest problem, then I think I've got life pretty easy, right? Let's bring this in and cut off that tail. And we're going to add some dimensionals on here. I'm going to go ahead and get my corners, and then I think I'm going to put a couple in the middle, and then we'll come back in and add our bling, and we will be all done with our sample cards. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow for my alternative projects. And don't forget, this month, if you're watching this when it's released, July 2019 is bonus days. So whenever you place an order of $50, for every $50 you receive a $5 coupon to be used in August. So it's a great deal to get that bonus, and you can get more stuff next month and save. So that's good for every $50. So if you spend $100, then you get 2 coupons, and so on and so forth. Now, I also like to give gifts to people who purchase from me using my host code, and that will be on my website, and I will put the link down below. If you use that current month's host code, you'll receive free products from me as well. Now, if your order is $150 or more, please do not use the host code, because you will receive free rewards from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to just scatter 3 of these around. I'm just kind of being random, somewhat of a triangular pattern on those, and mixing up the sizes so that I have some of the larger ones and some of the smaller ones, and always doing my odds numbers. So there we go. Here are our 3 cards as designed by the Paper Pumpkin Kit, and I'll be back with you soon with the alternative projects. In the meantime, make sure you grab your paper, stamp, and ink and make something creative.